The Japanese economy grew significantly during the Edo period. Japan's commerce and manufacturing industries expanded along with an increase in agricultural production. This led to a growth of Japanese cities and a more wealthy merchant class.
The imperial ambitions of Japan, well, they really didn't want to spread out. Everybody wanted to be safe on the island during the Tokugawa period, but during the Edo period, everybody was spread out. So during the Tokugawa period, everybody became uniformed in more of a united Japanese state. But all the Europeans, all the aliens were killed or expelled, and the only Europeans that got to trade with Japan were the Portuguese in the Roanoke area.
The Act of Seclusion was an act passed by Japan in 1636. It was passed because the Tokugawa Shogunate feared of being overthrown by the uprising numbers of Christians. This resulted in Japan being isolated from the rest of the world, excluding China and Korea. Japan never expanded outside of its own country as a result of isolation, and all Europeans were expelled from Japan, and the Japanese couldn't leave Japan.
The Tokugawa declined by ending their feudal Japanese government and turned into a more pre-modern government called the Meiji government, which ended the Edo period and preceded the Meiji era.
Of the Meiji Restoration, this unpurified acne Japan was thrown away. Then we have this clean former Japan that we all know and love today as a result of the Meiji Restoration of 1836, which ended feudalism.
Okay, the legacy and impact of Japan basically just united Japan and made everybody better people. Everybody came together and was like, hey, we should be one unified nation instead of a broken bunch of pieces like China or something. Most of the power of Japan came from the ability of the government to be able to control the people. So basically, Japan, the big old government, got the people and was able to control what they did, like using resources and spending money.
The emperor rarely interfered with the shoguns of Japan. The shoguns were in charge of the daimyos, who were basically the lords of Japan. The daimyos employed the samurai to do their bidding and just roam around and follow the code of the warrior. The peasants were valued higher than the artisans and the merchants because the peasants made rice and other crops for trade with Korea and China.